What is up everybody? Today I'll be doing another After Effects tutorial. Before I continue, I just want to address a couple of things. First of all, I really apologize on not uploading for a while. The reason why is because I've been really busy with school and basically anything that is not intros. Second of all, I really want to thank you for the ongoing support even though I've been quite inactive. I am just about to hit 8,000 subscribers and I really appreciate every single one of you. So keep supporting, guys. I love you guys so much. Anyways, let's continue into this tutorial. Today we'll be doing a paint style After Effects tutorial, which can be applied in several different situations, and it's really useful. So the first thing I'm going to do is click Ctrl Y to create a new solid. I'm going to call this Paint Stroke, and select your pen tool and draw some sort of a line. Can be absolutely anything. I'm just going to draw a little wavy line right here. Okay, it's not going really well. Oops. Yeah, honestly, it doesn't really matter. It can be anything you like. Alright, now I'm going to drag the 3D stroke effect onto that specific layer, and you can see that there's a stroke. So I'm going to make this thickness 10 and go to the very start of your layer, of your composition, and hit the stopwatch for both the start and end properties. And you want to click U to bring up all of your current keyframes and make both of them, make the value 0 at the very start. Now I'm going to keep the end there and drag the start just a bit forward. I'm going to move just a bit more forward and then hit the keyframe for end, make that 100, go a bit more forward and then drag the start to 100. Now I'm going to select everything. Before that I'll show you something. Here you can see you got a really simple line effect. It's basically the same thing using trim paths, but 3D stroke allows better functionality. So I'm going to select all of it, right click, keyframe assistant and easy ease, or you could just click F9. Go into your graph editor and select the two furthest left keyframes, drag it to the left just slightly and drag these two and drag it all the way to the left. Now the reason why I'm doing this is so I can smoothen the animation out just a bit. In fact, I can actually move this just a bit forward. Nice. The path looks horrible, but it will turn out nice, hopefully. So what I'm going to do now is add a couple of effects to make this look like an actual paint stroke. So I'm going to go into the 3D stroke property, go into taper, and click enable. And once you do this, you can see it looks more like a brush stroke in a sense. I'm actually going to increase the thickness to around 17.9. This can be totally adjusted depending on preference. And then I'm going to add another effect called roughen edges. And what this does is, hence the name, it makes your edges a bit rough. I want to make the edge sharpness to around 5. And you can see it looks even more like a paint style thingy. The final effect I'm going to add is turbulence. Now turbulence gives it a wave. If I increase the size, you can see it looks even more wavy. I want to make the size around 500. And you can't really see the difference, but it definitely does play a role in making this more realistic. So now I can make this look even cooler. Now you may be wondering how. Alright. How I'm going to do this, I'm going to go to the 3D stroke and change the color to a nice yellow. Alright, so now I've made this yellow. I'm going to duplicate this twice. Alright, so now we have 3 copies of that specific stroke. And for the second one, select the second one. Click track matte. and click Alpha Matte Paint Stroke. Now I'm going to click this one here and change the color to much darker. And then I'm going to click P and drag the position down just a bit. So you can see right now, if I move this a bit closer here, and I'm going to change it a bit more brighter. You can see now, I'm sorry, oops, this one. Actually, no. Alright, well, you can see now that it looks a lot more 3D, and in my opinion, it just looks much better overall. So that's just the basic stroke. Now, I'm going to turn off the visibility for both of them, and now I'm going to show you guys how to make the actual circle burst, which you can see in a couple of my intros. Now, this is such a simple effect, but it just looks absolutely beautiful. I'm going to use the circle tool, make the fill none, and make this stroke 350 pixels with a color of yellow. I'm going to draw the circle right there and center that in my composition. So I'm going to go to the very start, click S and make that 0, go to around 60 frames and make that, you can drag that up maybe like this, and then I'm going to go into select that specific layer and search up stroke width. You can see right there. I'm just click that stopwatch as well. So if you click U now, you can see we have two properties being animated, stroke width and scale. I'm going to move the stroke width just a bit forward, and just before the final keyframe, I'm going to make that 0. Now I'm going to select everything, right click, keyframe assistant and easy ease, go into your graph editor, and once again I'm going to smoothen this out by beating the velocity at the start. Oops. So now if we check this out, it looks like a really simple circle burst. That's pretty much all there is to it at the current state. Now you may be wondering, how do I make this even cooler? Now let's just increase that a bit. Alright. Now what I can do is go into your effects and presets, and drag the turbulence displace. You can see right there, it looks so much better. It looks exactly like a paint styled burst. Now this looks really nice, but if you want it to be even more realistic, you can actually add roughen edges. And turn on the edge sharpness around 5. And move this one just a bit up. Now, obviously, this might not look as good as the previous effect. It really is depending on preference. However, just by looking at this, you can see how simple making your layers look like paint is. Now, keep in mind that this can be applied to anything. This could be applied to other shape layers, anything pretty much. And the three main effects are probably turbulence, roughen edges, and 3D stroke if you want to just create simple lines. Now you can actually do the same, like duplicate it 3 times and make it look a bit more 3D for this one, but it won't look as good as the previous effect. But anyways, I really hope that you guys learned something from this. Hopefully I can upload a bit more as I come back from my vacation. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.